Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kezia.
And my name is Pierre.
Today we are at the Harrisburg Museum. And if you don't know, this is William Penn, the founder of Pennsylvania. We are standing right up here right now. So we're going to go up to the second floor.
So come with us. Let's go.
Yeah. We're going to go on the escalator. So this is what
Escalator.
So if you don't know, Pennsylvania is a really nice state. It might seem like a country state, but actually is really beautiful. A lot of farmland, just like a lot of animals, a lot of culture in this, and we're really happy to be here. I don't know what it is, but we can figure out later while we're looking at all this. So, what are some of the things that you can see? There's many things you can see.
So I think that's the old school because they're holding books, I think.
Yeah. And I think that these people are picking apples from the tree. I mean, all of this, all these little pictures basically connect together to what Pennsylvania is all about. See, they're picking apples from the tree. That means that we have lots of farmland, fruits, vegetables in this place. There's people holding books. That means we have nice education here. Great people who love to learn. And there's so much more. There's William Penn up there. There's an angel beside him, behind him, basically. Just a lot of things that just represent Pennsylvania, especially the big broken bell up there. If you don't see it, it's orange. Right there, yeah, it's cracked. So now let's go into this one right here. So this place looks amazing. So it seems
They're doing slavery because they're picking stuff for somebody, I think.
Yeah, and so these people are digging underground for treasure, whatever you can find. So this is anthropology and archaeology. So basically, yeah, they are digging underground. There's excavation tools. There's a storage pit. There's photographic direction.
There's a refuse pit. There's post mold. There's hurt.
And there's just a lot of things over here. So it seemed like they were recording back in the days when they were looking for all these stuff. They were recording to show everybody what they were finding. Okay, now let's move on. Oh wow, this place is beautiful. So this place, it seems like they're trying out some new stuff, cleaning, sorting, and cataloging. So I think there's so how they do all these steps. So let's start from number one. Field records and artifacts. So they're excavating and they record all that they found. So notes and artifacts derived from the excavation of archaeological sites are returned to the laboratory for processing or collecting.
So this is they're cleaning, sorting, and cataloging. So they're washing, and each artifact is labeled with a disinfectant number, which permits the archaeologist to determine exactly where the specimen was found. And they're cataloging right now. And this is the electricist, and looks like they're doing something with the electricity right now.
So when they find it, they have to come and wash it so they don't get sick themselves from touching it all around with their hands. And they have to clean it off to see all its good little details. Okay, so preservation and restoration. So the restoration is basically For instance, you found this broken pot in the ground. You've gone through these 2 steps. Now you have to, like reserve it, preservation, and you have to take it back up, like polish it, all of that. Look closely what you need to do. Restoration and preservation. So many artifacts are recovered in a fragmentary condition and must be restored in the library. Missing pieces of a pot or the decayed wooden handle of a pistol might be replaced with a plaster or wax. Other specimens with deteriorate with age must be stabilized with chemicals. And so these are the kind of things that they use for the preservation and restoration. So your turn, Brittany.
This is analysis, intuition, and reason, and comparison. So it looks like these are little like germs, I think. They're looking in the microscope. And this is like the description that they're, I think, like working with like some stuff on the computer and description. Analysis is of the artifacts and the other important retrieves from the activation of a site is the most important step in the ology process. An attempt to establish the age of the site and way of life, culture, its environment, and to determine how the site fits into overall patterns of cultural development. The special skills of other scientists and various specialists in anthropology are called upon to aid in these reconstructions.
So other sciences are geology, paleontology, zoology, botany, and specialist in anthropology is ethnology, ethnography, linguistics, physical anthropology. So in the final analyst, any conclusions that are drawn should reflect the logical use of manipulation or of raw data which has been scientifically collected or organized. So now that we've read about this part, I think we should just show you what they just mean. So like this is the herd, the grouped acts. We have to move on to the next so that it does like the chipping debris, ceramic shreds, spear chip.
And here's I see an animal bone right there. There's
Ice Age animal bone. There's lots of stuff here. So this would be like basically like their site. You see how like nicely it is? So like they can like use their tools so they can look for their thing. Now let's move on to the next. By the way, some of this stuff we don't really know. So we're still learning, but we want to teach you too. So that's why we actually make these videos.
Let's move on to here. So these are like some
Native Americans.
broken pots, I think.
They're Native Americans.
Oh, Native Americans. And I see this like big broken log, I think, and a dug out canoe.
So basically, this is how the Native Americans would live in the 80s or the BCs. So if you look over here, you see this lady. Usually in the olden days, the woman would be making all these kind of stuff, like woven reed mat, or just like some kind of clothes. And as Pretty said over here, this is a dug out canoe. So this is what they would take like down trees, cut the bark in it, and they would have their own canoe. I couldn't do that myself.
Oh, and I see like over here is like some broken logs and a cross section of a tree showing how it was burned and cut out to hollow the canoe, felling a large tree for a dug out canoe. In the 16th century, John White made this sketch showing how the Indians of the Carolinas burned and cut away the inside and outside of a large log to make a dugout canoe.
So like the 16th centuries were also like 1550, in the 1550s.
And this says pottery right here. So we're learning about pottery.
Mm-hmm. Let's move on to the next one.
The next one.
This is man and machine technology in Pennsylvania. So, like right here
is like some science.
No, so basically what this whole place is about is back in the olden days how they would, their technology, their cars, all the machines that they used back then. So look at this. So like, if you see like all of these, you know that we have these right now, like to help us when we're driving, what will we use to like make sure like you have to stop at some time. I know we have traffic lights, but traffic lights is technology. You can never trust technology. So that's what this post is all about. This is maintaining America's first superhighway. Designed for motorist safety, the Pennsylvania Turnpike placed a premium on road maintenance and engineering improvements. So I think we should move on more because there's so much around here we have to.
So like these are like some old cars right here, and back then they were using these, like, and there's like some beds inside, I think, and this is like a camper.
Yeah, like a camper. Back in the day, they were like really small and only fit like one person. But now we have like really big campers that can fit up to 3 people. Okay, now let's go this way. This is the boats they had back then. And also, these are the chariots they had back then. But now we don't have those. We have cars.
These are like some chariots, some old chariots, so you can sit down in them. But now we have cars to drive because back then they were using chariots.
Like really back then, like in the 1910, 1920s, you would either have to use like one of these with a horse or walk because these were really expensive in the days. And back in the days, there was lots of people that couldn't afford these kind of stuff.
And here's a picture of another chariot that's like in the back days. And right here, if you can see these words, it says, the fat end was a light and sporty vehicle, which the average man might be able to afford. The buggy was similar and even less expensive. This end was made by a monster and brother of Interval, Pennsylvania.
Okay, let's go. These were the workers that used to work there. Like the upgraded chariots in the back, in the 1860s. Like if you were really, really rich, like Andrew Carnegie, like Carnegie Hall, this was named after this guy, Andrew Carnegie. And this is his mansion.
This looks like an old windmill that they were using back then.
Yeah, so pretty. What do you think? Like, I don't know. Can people like afford these back then? Like back then, like what do you think the price would be? Like the price of range?
I think it would be like cheap.
Cheap?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you see the like top, like they're like the mattresses on top, like
yeah,
the
maybe
ones?
the people can sit on them.
Maybe they can. And also maybe it's like for storing stuff if you're going on a long journey.
Mm-hmm.
This is the map of Pennsylvania, railroad map of Pennsylvania. Let's keep going. We have a lot to talk about. We have like a little figurine.
railroad back there with some trucks carrying some stuff to go and.
Back there, that's when the like using trains to go back and forth, like to sell in other places that's when it started.